Hello, and thank you for purchasing a Poultry Pail Products Bucket Baffle Kit. It's a mouthful. Today we're going to go through how to assemble this, what your kit should include, what tools you need, and any other instructions. So your kit should include 2 baffles, a hardware kit. The hardware kit includes 2 screws and a coupling nut, your assembly instructions, and your template. And both of these can be downloaded and printed off of poultrypailproducts.com. The tools that you're going to require will be a screwdriver, the tape measure, a marker, and we're using a 3-inch hole saw. And the reason we're using a 3-inch hole saw, it's safer, but I understand some of you may not have this at home. If you don't have this at home, it can be done. We have done it with drywall knives and things like this. This is much safer. The other thing you must have is safety glasses. Well, you don't have to have them, but it's highly recommended because safety first. Fortunately, I happen to have safety-approved safety glasses on currently. So, on our family farm, we happen to have this bucket just sitting around, and it happens to be a bucket of milk replacer, and we're going to turn this into a poultry feeder. Not just a poultry feeder, or not just a chicken feeder, but a poultry feeder, because it works for turkeys, chickens, ducks, and geese, and we have used it on our farm for 2 years in development to make sure that it was going to work. This is the reason we've decided to come out with this product. It worked for us extremely well. It keeps them from scratching the feed out, keeps them from pooping in their feed, and it also keeps the rain out of the feed. If you've got horizontal rain, I can't help you. But if you've got just drizzly rain like we do here in the state of Washington, this will work really well. We've had excellent results. So let's start. So first things we're going to do is, and the instructions will tell you exactly the same thing I'm telling you right now. We line the baffles up with the handle. The reason we line them up is this way it makes sure they're perfectly across from each other. So, I'm going to take my tape measure here, I'm going to line it up to this handle, and I'm going to mark it at 4 inches. I'm going to go to the other side and I'll do exactly the same thing. I'm going to, it's 4 inches up from the bottom, lined up with the handle. So, here we are. So now, let me make sure I don't destroy my marker. If you'll see, there's a mark on this side, and there's also a mark on this side, right here. So now, we've also found that it's so much easier to hold them on the ground like so, because these cause a lot of torque. Now, if you notice, there's these openings in here. These openings are in here so that I can get my pilot hole in here. So I'm going to drill my hole through here. And you know, this is one of the things when you're dealing with something this big, the torque is incredible. There we go. I need a new battery. I need a new battery. Rotate it over. We'll do exactly the same thing on the other side. Only this time my battery won't die. Line it up through your holes. And you get shavings everywhere. Can't be helped. So now, these are your head edges. You got little burrs in here. These burrs can be taken out with a pocket knife. Fortunately, I don't have to deal with a pocket knife because I happen to have these tools. This is the burring tool. So I'm going to clean this pocket up real quick, both sides. I just want to make sure my chickens don't eat any crap that comes off these holes. So, now my holes don't have any burrs on them. Make sure you get all your shavings out of here, because you want to make sure your chickens don't eat these shavings. It's not going to kill them, but you don't want it in your eggs. So now I've got my baffles. And I've got my hardware. So I'll open my little hardware bag. First baffle I'm going to put my screw in. And then I'm going to put my coupling nut in. I'm just going to put it on a few threads. Don't go crazy. Now I'm going to put the screw in the other one. Now for the cameraman's benefit, I'm going to pull this stool up here so you can actually see this. So I'm going to put the bucket down here. Slip my baffle in the hole. Slip my baffle in this hole. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn them. Oops, don't cross thread them. And I'm going to turn them both in until they get difficult. Once they've gotten difficult, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my screwdriver. I'm still holding the coupling nut. Now I'm going to put my screwdriver in this hole and I'm going to tighten it up until it can't tighten anymore. And I'm not looking for a torque setting or anything else, just until they stop. So now you have your baffles in place. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to email me and say, hey, there's a quality issue because I can do this with my baffles. Well, this is designed in because here at Poultry Pail Products on our farm, we have multiple multiple buckets out in the field. And not only do they have just one set of baffles, here's a great example. This one has multiples. So in order to do this, and you'll see on our literature, there's actually 6 baffles on our on one of our photo ones, that it requires some movement in here to accommodate the hardware. If there was no movement in here, you couldn't put multiple baffles all on the same plane. So this is why there is movement in there. It's intentional, it's designed. So if you like that bucket, the next video will show you how to take this bucket and make multiple layers on it. Thank you very much, and thank you for watching.